Don't skip this video if you are a real hypercars lover. So let's see. The Unseen Kings, 2026 hypercars you've never heard of. Welcome to the Crown Society channel. You already know the titans. Bugatti, Lamborghini, Ferrari, these names are etched into the pavement of history. They represent the pinnacle of what we thought was possible. But right now, in secluded garages and high-tech engineering labs that the general public will never set foot in, a handful of companies you have never heard of are quietly building machines that make those legendary names look like they're playing it safe. We are talking about mechanical monsters with 3,000 horsepower. We are talking about automotive masterpieces emerging from countries that have never produced a supercar in their entire history. These cars are so rare, so exclusive, and so sought after that by the time you finish watching this video, every single one of them will likely be spoken for. These are the 2026 hypercars from brands you've never heard of. And by the time we get to number one, you are going to question everything you thought you knew about the limits of automotive engineering. If this is your first time here, hit that subscribe button right now. We put out content like this every single week, and trust me, you do not want to miss the future as it unfolds. 8. Laffite LM1. Price, $2.6 million. Production, 24 units. Let's start with a mystery. Most car companies crave the spotlight. They spend millions on marketing, plaster their logos across Formula One tracks, and hire A-list celebrities to drive their cars through deserts in cinematic slow motion. That is the standard playbook. Laffite Automotive doesn't play that game. The only tangible thing we really know about the company is the founder, Bruno Laffite. Beyond that, the brand remains a ghost. Most people don't know where it's based or how many people are actually on the payroll. What we do know is the LM1. They limited production to just 24 units, and the first example sold for a staggering $2.6 million back in 2023, with production cycles continuing through 2026. To put that in perspective, Bugatti, a brand famous for its exclusivity, builds more cars in a single month than Laffite will produce in the entire lifespan of the LM1. Yet, every single unit found a buyer. Someone, somewhere, handed over millions for a car built by a company they probably couldn't even find on Google. That tells you that in the world of ultra-rare hypercars, reputation isn't always built on history. Sometimes it's built on the mystery of the machine itself. The less you know, the more you want it, and the more you want it, the more it's worth. 7. Eccentrica Diablo. Origin, Italy. Production, 19 units. If you grew up in the 90s, there was one car that dominated bedroom walls more than any other. It wasn't a Ferrari or a Porsche, it was the Lamborghini Diablo. That low, wide, aggressive wedge shape with the iconic scissor doors and AV12 that sounded like the end of the world. In 1993, that car was the definition of cool. But then, Lamborghini moved on. The Diablo evolved into the Murcielago, then the Aventador, and now the Rivuelto. While progress marched forward, the Diablo became a memory, until a small Italian company called Eccentrica decided that was unacceptable. The Eccentrica Diablo isn't a replica or a cheap tribute, it is a ground-up engineering resurrection. Built around a 5.7 LV12 engine, it is wrapped in a body that captures the violent beauty of the original while adding modern track-focused performance. They aren't building this for comfort or practicality. They are building exactly 19 units for 2026 and 2027 combined. That is fewer cars than there are players on a football field. For 19 people, the 90s dream isn't just a poster anymore, it's a reality. 6. Era of Hypercars. Origin, South Africa. Performance, 1,034 HP. When you think of exotic cars, your mind goes to Italy, Germany, or England. South Africa usually isn't in the conversation. Era of Automotive is here to change that narrative. Founded in 2017, Era looked at what McLaren and Ferrari were doing and decided they could do it differently. The result is the Era of Hypercoupe. While most hypercars place the engine directly behind the driver, Era went with a front mid position. The engine sits behind the front axle but in front of the driver, giving it handling characteristics unlike anything else in its class. Under the hood is a 5.0L twin-turbocharged V8 producing 1,034 horsepower. To get over 1,000 horses out of a V8 is a testament to engineering at its absolute limit. Era didn't just want to participate, they wanted to compete door-to-door with the SF90S and 720SS of the world. And they've done exactly that. 5. redefining. Origin, Austria. Performance, 2,243 HP. Austria is famous for Mozart and the Alps, but it's about to be famous for the redefining, an electric hypercar producing an eye-watering 2,243 horsepower. To make this dream a reality, Day has partnered with two giants, Ital Design for the bodywork and Williams Advanced Engineering, of Formula One fame, for the powertrain. The specs are staggering. Horsepower, 2,243 HP. Top speed, 400 kilometers per hour, 250 miles per hour. 0 to 60 miles per hour, under 2 seconds. Production, 99 units. The old argument that electric cars are only for the eco-conscious is officially dead. The Vian doesn't just kill that argument, it buries it and builds a racetrack on top. With F1 technology under the skin, this is a car you will never be able to forget once you see it on the road. 4. Czinger 21C. Origin, USA. Price, $2.35 million to $2.8 million. This isn't your grandfather's American muscle. The Czinger 21C is a Los Angeles-based revolution that uses artificial intelligence to design its components. These parts are then 3D printed, resulting in a chassis that looks like the skeleton of an alien spacecraft. The engine is a 2.9L twin-turbo V8 that revs to a screaming 11,000 revolutions per minute. Most performance cars quit at 7,000, but the Czinger is just getting started. Combined with 3 electric motors, it pushes 1,250 horsepower and hits 60 miles per hour in 1.9 seconds. The most striking feature? The seating. The driver sits in the center, with the passenger directly behind them, just like in a fighter jet. With a base price of $2.35 million, often reaching $2.8 million with options like the $230,000 carbon fiber package, the 21C is proof that the US can change the game. It just took a computer to figure out how. 3. Zenvo Automotive. Origin, Denmark. Price, $2.82 million. Denmark is known for Lego and happiness, not necessarily hypercars. But Zenvo Automotive has been building monsters in the shadows for years. The Aurora Tour is their masterpiece. It features a 6.6L quad-turbocharged V12. That's 4 turbos. On its own, the engine makes 1,250 brake horsepower, but when you add the hybrid system, the total output jumps to 1,850 bhp. Zenvo is building only 50 units of the Touring variant. While the world was looking at Bugatti, a Danish company built something that could potentially embarrass them on the track. 2. Capricorn 01 Zagato. Origin, Germany/Italy. Price, $3.15 million. The Capricorn 01 Zagato is the result of a marriage between German engineering obsession and Italian design mastery. Capricorn is a German firm focused on LMP1-inspired racing tech, while Zagato is a legendary coach builder that has worked with Ferrari and Aston Martin since 1919. Underneath the Zagato-designed body lies a 5.2L supercharged V8 producing 900 horsepower. But here's the detail that sets it apart from almost every other car on this list. It has a 5-speed manual dogleg gearbox. In an era of paddle shifters and dual-clutch automatics, Capricorn said, "We don't care about the fastest shift times, we care about the driver." It weighs under 1,200 kilograms and offers a raw, visceral experience that modern digital cars have long since abandoned. It is a $3.15 million love letter to the purist. 1. SP Automotive Chaos. Origin, Greece. Performance, 3,065 HP. We have reached the summit. If you thought 1,000 or 2,000 horsepower was a lot, meet the Chaos by SP Automotive, Spiros Panopoulos. This is the world's first Ultracar. Coming out of Greece, a country with zero history in hypercar production, the Chaos is designed to break the world. There are 2 versions, but the zero-gravity version is the one that defies logic. Engine, 4.0L twin-turbo V10. Horsepower, 3,065 HP. Redline, 12,200 revolutions per minute. 0 to 60 miles per hour, 1.55 seconds. The engine block is 3D printed from magnesium alloy, and the pistons are 3D printed titanium. The Chaos isn't just a car, it is a laboratory on wheels. It represents the absolute ceiling of what internal combustion and modern materials can achieve. It makes every other car on this list look like a warm-up act. This is the new number 1. Please support in the way of like, share, subscribe, and comment, and press bell icon. The final verdict: why these cars change everything. We've just traveled from the mysterious workshops of France to the AI-driven labs of Los Angeles, all the way to a 3,000 horsepower revolution in Greece. But here's the truth that most people miss. We are currently living through the wildest era of automotive history that has ever existed. For the last 20 years, we thought the ceiling was set by the big 3. We thought if it didn't have a prancing horse or a charging bull on the hood, it wasn't a real contender. We were wrong. What we're seeing in 2026 isn't just a list of expensive toys for billionaires, it is a total shift in power. Think about it. We're watching a company in South Africa redefine engine placement. We're seeing a Danish manufacturer outpunch a Bugatti. We're witnessing a car from Greece move so fast that it's literally called chaos. This is the Wild West of engineering. These boutique brands don't have boards of directors telling them to play it safe or think about the profit margins. They have one goal: to be the fastest thing to ever touch asphalt. You're looking at the birth of the new legends. In 50 years, collectors won't just be talking about the F40 or the McLaren F1. They'll be talking about the day the Czinger 21C used a computer to rethink the laws of physics, or the day Capricorn brought back the manual gearbox when everyone else said it was dead. The question isn't just which one would you buy if you had the money? The real question is, now that you know what's actually possible, can you ever look at a normal supercar the same way again? The game has changed. The kings you knew have been challenged. And the best part? We're just getting started. Like, share, subscribe, and comment, and press bell icon.